goal. What we want to have here is we want to get ones along the diagonal and zeros underneath. Okay? So the first step into that is to put a 1 in the top left corner. Do we have that? We're good, so we're starting off very good. The next thing I'm going to do to get rid of is I want to get rid of this 3. Okay, because I want to have 1, 0, 0 is what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the row, I'm going to say this is going to be minus 3 times my first row. So what I'm going to do is, where did I get that from? Can somebody tell me why I could have multiplied the first row by negative 3 and added to that? What's that going to do? Go ahead.
The second rule.
Yeah, that's what I did, okay? But if you take a look, what I chose this rule because this starts as 1. I want this to be 0, so I have to subtract 3. Right? So I need to subtract it. So I'm going to take this row. If I times the first row by negative 3, I'm going to have a negative 3 in the first row. Okay? So let's do it right there.
Do we have to put arrow showing down?
If you have a big page, you should. Okay, so that's going to be a 0. Okay? Because I have negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, plus 3 is 0. Can somebody give me the next entry other than Michael, where the y is in the middle? Oh, goodness. Negative 4. How'd you get that?
Negative 1 minus 3.
Okay. Good. So 1 times negative 3 is negative 3, and then minus 1 is going to give you negative 4. Okay? Can I get a third person to give me the z's? You guys don't want to times by 14. Luckily, you don't have to. Okay, I'll help. 2 times negative 3 is? Good. And 14 minus 6 is? Lovely. Okay, so you see what we're doing here, right?
Does it change the answer?
Yes. Every single, it's like elimination, or we're back in grade 10 where the x and the y's and the numbers got changed. The same thing we're doing with the z. Okay, so I'm going to do negative 3 times negative 2, which should give me 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, because you guys are calculoids, I'm going to do the bottom row too. What do I have to do to get rid of this 1? What do I have to do? Subtract the first row. Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this row and subtract the first row. So that's going to turn into 1 minus 1 is 0. Great. 2 minus 1 is 1. Perfect. And 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Great. And negative 5 minus negative 2 is going to be 3.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it 12, 12, not a 0?
Oh, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6, right?
Isn't it just a regular 2?
This isn't, that's negative 2 here, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to use, okay, so good. So you see what we did here? So step 1, we're feeling really good about ourselves. We have 1 and then 2 zeros, so life is good. The nice thing is now I can ignore this first row. So I basically got rid of my x's from the first 2 rows, and I can just use y and z here now to solve. So this is recursive for those of you who are going to computer program and know recursion. But I can do the same thing now with the rest of it. So if you're starting with a big thing, you deal with the x's, then the y's and the z's, and going from there. Okay, so step number 2 now. I want to get a 1 in the second row. There are 2 ways to do that. Oh, am I mean? Did I do this on the first example? Oh, I did, didn't I? Oh, this is yucky. Okay, that's okay. There are 2 ways to get a 1 in the second row. Can somebody tell me one row? One way. Divide by negative 4 will work. What's the second way?
Switch row 3 to row 2.
Yeah, I'm going to switch row 3. Both will work. Okay, I'm going to switch row 2 and row 3 just to show that you can. Okay, so I'm going to switch.
You have to get a 1 in the second row.
Yeah. So what I want to have is 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, negative 2, 0, negative 4. If it makes more sense to divide by negative 4, it'll still work. Should have been a better first example. Okay, so we're looking good so far. So I'm happy I have a 1 here. I have a 1 here. Now I got to make this a 0. Yeah. Yes. All right, multiply like, yes, yes. Well, you can't, what do you multiply row by another row?
The first one.
Yeah. No, so what we did is we multiplied, so what we did is we multiplied row 1 by 3, and then we added it to this row. So So it's this row plus 3 times
The first line.
right. This row minus 3 times the first row is what we did. Okay. All right. What's it? Okay. So next, what I'm going to do here, and I can't believe I did a bad one with this. I'm going to add 4 times 2,
Yeah.
and I'm going to end up with 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, negative 2, 0, 0, 0.
Could you do it like 4 times row 1 again, or that
No.
would have to be the row above?
Okay, this is good. Now, just wait. Hold on a sec, please. Hold on one sec. The question was, can you do 4 times row 1? Now, why? This is very important here. Why would I want to not do 4 times row 1? What would happen if you did 4 times row 1? No? If I change this instead of doing it 4 times 2, I did 4 times 1. What would be the problem with that?
Positive Z.
Well, there'd be an X value again here, right? You know what I mean? You'd be a 4 in the X, so we don't want to touch that all over here. Okay, so this is looking good, but not yet great. Okay. I'm gonna I have 1, 1, I didn't get a 0, I got a 0 here, so that's sort of weird. Let's get rid of this guy here. How do I get rid of this? Here. I'm getting rid of that right there. Hello? Is this on? Hello? This is on. How do you get rid of that 1?
You were, oh, yeah.
Okay?
Can you do that?
So this is going to be 1, 0, 4, 0, 1, 2, negative 2, 0, 0, 0. That's going to be 4, negative 3, 0. So what I just did is I took the first row and I just subtracted the second row. Okay. All right, so this is a little interesting now. This is really interesting. Let's put this back into, because I can't do anything else now. I have 1s and 0s and I have 0s and 1s. I can't do anything with this. Could somebody translate the first, the top equation into scalar form? Yeah.
Wouldn't that be 1, like for the D value in the first row? So subtract 0, I mean,
I completely one mistake. Do you know that people actually watch my videos? I didn't actually realize this. Maybe it's somebody in this class. I hope it was one of you guys. They said, you made a mistake on this day, on this time. The question was wrong in the textbook, and you made a mistake on the lesson. Somebody posted that. That's okay. I can live with that.
Hacken watches, or sorry, I'm sorry, Mr. Ward watches videos of other teachers online doing something.
That's cool. I should tell less jokes than be more serious. Tut tut. Okay. Can somebody translate the first one into scalar form, please? What was the first line say? Go ahead.
X plus 4Z equals 4.
Right. Okay, let's solve for x here. What is x going to equal to?
Sorry.
Whoa, Dave's Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to say x then equals negative 4z plus 1. That's what x equals. Can somebody do the same thing with the second row? What's the second row going to be? Yeah, go ahead.
Y minus 2z equals negative 3.
So y is going to equal 2z minus 3. Okay. What is this going to be? What's this solution going to be then? Michael, a little louder. This is definitely going to be a line, because this is what we were doing yesterday, right? So z should equal t. So I have x equals negative 4t plus 1, y equals 2t minus 3, and z equals t. That's the best of the So if you want it in vector form, you'd say, here, 1, negative 3, 0. So that's possible, our solution like that, okay? From here on out in today's lesson, I'm going to try and do an individual point, okay? Okay, now please be brave and ask, okay, for the quiet majority of this class, is it time for you to put Spider-Man out finally? I think it is.
So would that be because the other two were like co-blended?
Yeah, because the two right on, two of them, yeah, we're multiple each other. Yeah.
I noticed if you solve down, you have to go line 1, line 2, line 3.
No, the thing is, okay, good question. So what I could have done here, you want an X in the top left to start from there. So I could have my first step move this up. Just generally they go, the general case you want to look like this, right? I mean general.
Okay.
Right? That's what you generally want. Yeah, so just look the same way you could. But just every textbook you're going to see in your life is going to look like that. Okay, so I'm just going to follow. And then the same thing, your answer is going to go. Like you could do like 0, 1, you know what I mean, 1, 1 if you wanted to, but just in general.
And then in this one over here,
Yeah.
when you switch, 3 and 2,
Yeah.
did you have to do that, or could you
No.
just simplify 3? Or
Yeah.
2?
You could have. I just wanted to do it because there's a 1 there, just to show you guys that it's possible to do that, right? Okay. All right, here we go. Let's try one more here. I know. Now I'm gonna say this nicely here. What students tend to do. I'm trying to think the best way to do this on paper. I think the way I get kids to do it, I think I do this sort of thing here. I think I do the arrow system like this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, right? If that works for you, if it doesn't, what some people also do is go to the right and they'll come back here if they like to go left to right. As long as you're clear to follow the, you know what I mean? As long as you make a clear indication of how it goes, you can do it however you want, okay? If you want to take 10 pages to do a question, you may do that as well. For that. Now, hopefully you guys can see, and especially everyone that's taken programming, you can see how well computers love this. Like computers love this. They can do this in no time at all. Humans takes a slight bit longer, but that's okay. We'll catch up to them one day. Example 2. Okay, I'm going to do one more as a class, and I'll let you guys try one yourselves, okay? So we have, the first question is 2x minus 6y plus 4z minus 11 equals 0. X minus 3y plus 4z plus 7 equals 0. And 8x plus 18y minus 2z plus 1 equals 0. All right. Can I get a brave soul that is going to start with Spider-Man? The big Spider-Man. Be brave and put this into matrix form for me, please.
Well, 10, you just add an extra layer for the value.
Okay, go ahead.
So that would be, row 1 would be 2
Yeah.
minus 6,
Yeah.
4,
Yeah.
10.
Sort of.
Everybody's positive.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat it like an equal sign, right? So I want to see what happened there. I'm gonna treat it like an equal sign right across. Christina, keep going.
1
Yeah.
minus 3
Yeah.
plus 4
Yeah.
equals negative 7.
Good.
8,
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
minus 2
Yeah.
equals negative 1.
Good. All right. Good. Brendan, you're up. Yeah, thank Christina for that. You want to get a 1 in the top left. What's the best way to get that, do you think? Yeah. Now, you could have, if you wanted to, divided this by 2. Why is dividing the first one by 2 probably not a good idea?
Fractional.
There's going to be fractions. It doesn't allow to be. 11 by 2 is not going to work. So I'm going to, I think I just do this. I think that's the symbol for it, okay? It should sort of show me what you're doing along the way too. So that's going to be 1, negative 3, 4, negative 7, 2, negative 6, 4 is 11, and 8, 18, and negative 2 is negative 1. All right, good. Laurel, how do you get rid of that 2? That's the next thing I'm getting rid of.
You want it to be 0, right?
Yes.
So can you use minus and then by 2?
Sort of. What do you mean, though? Not really. Think of like how elimination works. So you can't just take off.
So minus 2, minus 1.
Yes, I get it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that quickly. That's going to be 1. That's going to be a 0. Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6, so that changes to a 0 and a negative 8. Is that right? Am I making mistakes here? Negative 4. Negative 4? 4 minus 8 is negative 4, right? 25. Can somebody confirm that for me, Michael? that look right? Does that look right? We're good? Okay, Matt, how do I get rid of that 8? I don't like that 8.
When you do 1 minus 2, wouldn't that change it to 0 at the Z period? In the top row?
No, because, yes, but I'm not,
4 minus 4.
right, but you're subtracting 2 times. No, yeah, so I switch it then, and I subtracted 2 times the first row. Okay, how do I get rid of that 8, Matt? Okay. It's okay. Somebody help me here. Somebody help him, please. Okay. Benny, go ahead.
Subtract for the first row or the second row.
Okay, good.
So let's do the first row, so times 8.
Maybe times negative.
Yeah. So negative 8 times 1. Okay. So just think back to like elimination, right? Like you want. Remember how you did it back in grade 10? These two you want to be the same, right? So you're going to multiply the first row by negative 8, so that you have 8 negative 8 balance. Keep working here. Okay. You're 6, so that's okay. All right, Arden, can we brave please and try and give me the numbers?
Is 0.
Yeah. Boy, big one's at 42. Is that right? Yes. 18 and 24, middle, 42?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. And the last one is?
Then wait, we're subtracting 8 times the first one.
Yeah.
It's minus 30, negative 30.
Negative 34. Yuck. 8 times 7 is 56, 55. Yuck. I hope I didn't write down a number wrong, because these are looking awful. Well, these are looking awful. Can somebody just confirm in the back row, because that is looking good? You got the same numbers? Don't be disgusted by Spider-Man. All right, so next you want to get a 1 for the y. Emily, what is the best way to do that, you think? Okay, well, somebody help me here. I want to get a 1 right here in the middle. I can't do it directly here, so what do you do? Good, so 2 and 3 are going to switch. Well, I only want to see some students sweat.
No, these ones over here are a little too lighthearted, so I'd like to see the more serious ones. It's like Spider-Man on Just
Well, okay, the real reason is the teacher can't see or remember who we called on last. So what I do is my torture method is I give Spider-Man to a person, and then the next person to ask that gets to answer the
Oh,
question.
it's the next victim. Okay, so can you stay around and watch Jeff?
Oh, Jeff, here it is. All right, good.
Tell your mom if you know what you're talking about.
Okay, 042 knows if you are going to watch, you can stay and watch if you want to, that's fine.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
There's that definition. Now we've got Jeff and the rest.
Okay, okay, it looks like we will have some fractions here, which is okay. All right, Jeff, up to you. I want to make that middle row have 0 and then a 1. How do I make it have a 1? What do I do? So this is the first time we've done this. Jeff is a horribly brilliant person, okay? Somebody help Jeff here. How do I make 42 into 1? How do I make 42 into 1? Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, divide by 42. So this is going to be 2 divided by 42.
So I hope Spider-Man doesn't get to leave his desk.
Well, you're a mean English teacher, so you...
Jeff's not related. I'm allowed to pick on him.
Okay, Michael, since you're the peer tutor, if I divide the whole row by 42, what am I going to get?
We get 1,
Yeah.
and you'll get negative 17 over 21.
Good.
And 55 over 42.
I must have made a mistake somewhere, because that's a mess.
I'm getting that too.
This is a mess. That's just a mess then. I'll pick a nicer equation for the next one, 1, 2, and 3, for you guys to try yourselves, okay, because this is a mess. Okay, and then we're going to be left with 0, 0, negative 4. Now, even though this one's working out messy, it still works the same messy with algebra, remember that. So now, Evan, I want a 1 in the bottom right corner. How do I get a 1 in the bottom right corner? divided by negative 4. So we're going to do 3 divided by negative 4.
Does it have to be like from the last example you had 0?
Well, because there was an intersection of a line. The planes,
Okay.
that turned because the planes cancel each other out in that one. But yeah, generally you want it to look like this. That's going to be yuck. Oh, goodness, I made a mistake when I was adding these together, it looks like.
Imagine a while back, you need that for some mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, so Z is equal to negative 25 over 4, which is a mess. Okay, but that's okay, we can live with that. Ugh. Michael, I need a co-op decision here. Should I scrap this one and try another one?
Well, I think we're almost there.
Okay, I'll finish off and not punish you guys for this, okay? What you would actually do to get rid of this is going to be, you're going to add 17 over 21 times 3. Yuck. Okay? Okay, and the reason I did that right is because you want 17 over 21 minus 17 over 21, that's going to cancel. Okay, yuck. So that's going to be 0, 1, 0, which is what we want.
We have the same bottom today.
Yeah, what's 17 over 21 times 4? 425, which will be 84. All right. Oh, jeez. I really made a mistake someplace when making up that question. Yeah. Can somebody confirm that for me with your calculator? Let's do another one that's nicer. Can I stop that?
I got 15 over 4 on my calculator.
Really?
Wait, no, never mind. Sorry. I'm not.
Okay, so let's just scrap this one and keep going. But I'll tell you what I'm trying. We'll use nice integers for the next one. I didn't mean to be, well, okay. Ben, you can continue if you want to, Ben. But the idea is here, what you're trying to do philosophically is then you want to make that a 0 here. We'll do a nice example of 1s and 2s and 3s, okay? You're going to make this a 0 then, and then you're going to make these 2 zeros, okay? So then you're going to subtract your y's and then subtract your z's, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah, Adam, go ahead. Was that so? Oh, good question. Why did this not do anything with the 0 and the 1? Well, the idea is because these are zeros here, right? So 0, if you times 17 over 21 times 0, you get 0. Right? Same as times 17 over 21 times 0, you get 0. So the only thing you're affecting, right, is your z side. So you can work upwards.
Yeah.
But this isn't touched though, right? Because you're multiplying 17 over 21 times this times only the third row. Right? Okay, let's do a nicer example, which is 3. Example 3 we're at. I have to give it to you in matrix form.
When you say some matrix, do you just want us to put it in
Yeah.
0?
Yeah, but then you'd say that for this would say z equals negative 25 over 4. That's what that would say that. And then, okay, so this will work out hopefully a little bit nicer. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. I want you guys to try this one out. This one will work out nicer. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. Do your worst. Oh, 20.